Hi guys, today I have a yoga practice for you, and it is going to be some holiday stress relief. We can all use that, but also truly this is going to be a stress relieving and a heart opening practice, because I feel like during the holidays a lot of people tend to close down the heart chakra, because either we've been hurt before in the past around the holidays, with families. Some things can get a little sticky, a little tense, and a little tight. So not only are we going to work to release and to relax, but we're also going to work on opening the heart chakra so we can live in love every day, because truly amazing things do happen when we live in love and live without fear. So that's will be the practice today. Before we jump into that, I'll touch base with you guys about the 3-part healing journey. So with this journey, if you guys have ever, set some, there's some more information there. If you ever set New Year's goals, like I'm going to meditate more, I'm going to take self-care days, and I'm going to deepen my spiritual practice, and you didn't hit those goals because you've backslided for, reasons like you just haven't let the baggage go, or you need somebody to kick you in the pants, this is going to be for you. Then I'm going to help women stop backsliding on their spiritual goals so they can hit those goals. We're going to clear it all out. There's more information on that. So if you're interested, go ahead and click that link, or find the link below if you're watching on YouTube. My light doesn't want to work with me. Okay, either way, let's get started in the practice. I don't think you'll need a block today. I think you're just going to need yourself, your yoga mat, or just a soft space for you to work at. So I'm going to come back here, start in, and we'll get started today. So finding a comfortable seated position for you. For me, that's cross-legged. For you, it might be legs out long. Wherever it is, just go ahead and sit down. And make sure the spine is really nice and tall. So rooting through the sit bones, tall spine from that point. Crown of the head is reaching up towards the ceiling, but the body is relaxed. Let the shoulders relax down. Let the jaw part and let the brow unfurrow. And ask your body, is there any little movement or adjustment I can make to make myself more comfortable in this position? Your body just tends to do this on its own. You don't need to overthink it. And let's connect to breath. Inhaling and exhaling. In and out of the body. Deep, mindful inhales. And when you inhale, I inhale love and peace. And as you exhale, I want you to use the mantra release. So as you inhale, love and peace. Exhale, release. Do that a few more times. Inhale, love and peace. Exhale, release. And as you breathe into this mantra, you can even visualize a little bit of like new energy, new light coming through the nose as bright white golden light. And as you exhale, you can see and release energy as kind of maybe gray energy, whatever color it is to you that you need to release, gray, dark energy. So inhaling light, love, and peace. Exhaling stagnant energy and release. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. You can open the eyes. We're going to start to reach the hands out. Inhale, lift the hands. Exhale, draw the hands down to heart center. We're going to do this 2 more times, connecting breath with movement. And take this movement a little bit slower than you want to go. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling down. One more time. Inhale, reach up. And down. We'll start coming to a twist. So take the right hand to the left knee. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, look over the shoulder and plant the left hand behind you for support. Release, and we'll we'll take it to the other side. So opposite hand to opposite knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Look over the shoulder. And unwind. We're going to maybe rock back a little bit. Bring the feet together. And exhale, bring the knees apart. Now we have the tendency to really just kind of want to cave forward here. Let's find length in the spine. So lengthen the spine, let the knees draw out. If it feels good to add a little motion, a little butterfly, go ahead and do that. Some people prefer stillness, you can do that too. But now we're going to start hinging forward. So just pull your heart forward towards the feet. And here I personally like to put my elbows on the legs for a little bit of pressure, but if that doesn't feel good to you, just don't do it. So as we exhale, we think about the knees gradually moving closer to the ground in their own time. Releasing and relaxing, inhaling new energy, exhale, releasing. And rising back up. Bringing the knees back together. We're going to push the legs out. Have a little bend to the knees. We're going to come to a forward fold. Again, find some length and start hinging the heart towards the knees. Hands can walk themselves out towards the feet. No race to the feet, just as far as they go. You're going to find a point where you want to round the back. Start to straighten the legs. So we're really getting a good stretch in the back of the legs while remaining lengthened through the spine. And that means you're probably not going to get as close to the feet as if you were going to round, but that's okay. We're focusing on length here and really pulling the heart forward. And start to rise up. Let's meet on all fours so we can get some motion in the spine with cat-cow. So wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath the hips, feet are just disappearing behind the thighs. On an inhale, lift the chest, curl the tailbone up, let the belly drop. Exhale, round the back. And just continue this motion with your breath. Inhales bring you up, exhales, round the back. Let the head drop. So just riding that wave of breath. Let's take a few more rounds. Inhaling, lifting the heart. Exhale, rounding the back, dropping the head. And again, slow the motion down just a little bit so we're not rushing. One more. All right, let's come into child's pose. So knees wide apart, big toes together. Exhale, hips towards the heel, crown of the head coming down. And it doesn't have to look exactly like me. I know not everyone's range of motion is exactly like mine, but we're just moving in this direction for now. Inhale, rise from child's pose, or I could just stay there all day. Start to realign the knees with the hips, tuck your toes under. Let's lift up to down dog. So peeling hips up and back towards the back edge of the room. The heels are trying to find the mat, but if the hamstrings are still tight, bend the knees a little bit and really pull the heart towards the thighs. So lengthening the heart back towards the thighs, get a good chest opening. Press the fingertips into the mat and relax the shoulders. Gently dropping the knees back down to the mat. Coming into gate pose, you're going to extend the left leg beside you. So let me show you from the front angle here. The left leg is going to come out and walk the hands forward. So you're going to feel this big stretch in the inner parts of the thighs. So walk the hands forward, bow the head down, push the hips slightly back. Walking hands back to a tabletop position. Let's twist this. So plant the right hand in. Inhale, lift the left hand up and twist. Extending energy through the fingertips. And bring that hand back down. Now come to standing up on your knee. Spread the hands out. Gaze through the right fingertip. So pressing the left foot down if you can, and extending the right fingertip out. Let's extend those right fingertips out and down, and reach the left bicep towards ear, reaching the left fingertips out. Now draw yourself up with those same left fingertips and start reaching in the opposite direction. Right fingertips over. And we're just gently placing the hand at the leg. We're not putting tons of pressure there. It's just gentle and supportive. And now we tend again want to round forward here. Let's see if we can't peek the heart up towards the ceiling and bring the bicep closer to the ear rather than to the face. Inhale, rise up. Bring the hands back down. Draw that knee back in. And start walking out to a nice low plank. Bending the elbows back, brushing the slide onto the forearms. Sphinx pose, lifting the heart up out of the shoulder blades. No sinking down like this. Lift up. Let the heart shine. Sink forward. Let that heart chakra open as you gaze up. Plant the toes. Releasing the hands back towards the chest. Keep the elbows tucked in tight. Press yourself up. Let's come back to child's pose. Exhale back, hips towards heels, hands slide out, head comes down. Inhale, rise. We'll meet back in down dog. So knees aligning with the hips once again. Curl toes under, hips up and back. Make sure we're relaxing head and neck here. Maybe shake the head yes and no. Don't build up tension there. Maybe the heels are working closer to the mat now. And gently placing the knees back down so we can hit our second side. So right foot coming out now, or whichever side you didn't do before. Walk the hands out. Bow down slightly, hips come back slightly. And while you're down here, you shouldn't be able to see the right foot. It should just be disappearing behind this right thigh. Walk the hands back to tabletop. Plant the left hand. Inhale, right hand will lift. Shoulder over shoulder, looking up. Release the top hand. Come up to standing. Spread out the fingertips. Look beyond the left fingertips. Start tilting the left fingertips down. Reaching the right fingertips up, and then bicep comes towards the ear. Big long line of the body from foot to fingertip. Rise back up, and let's go in the opposite direction. Right hand down right leg. Left fingertip reaching up and over. Peek the chest up. Rise. Both feet or knees back in. And start walking yourself back out to that low plank. Exhale, pull the heart down. Keep the elbows tucked in tight. We're going to come into a small cobra here. So just roll the shoulders back, squeeze the back muscles, lift the heart, keep the elbows tucked in. Release down. Inhaling back up to tabletop. Let's come through down dog. Bending deeply into the knees, let's look forward to the top of the mat. We're going to arrive in a ragdoll fold. So, bending deeply into the knees so we can again pull the heart closer to the thighs. Opposite hands, grabbing opposite elbows, and the crown of the head is really pouring down towards the mat. Some like to sway back and forth. I prefer stillness, so find what's right for you. Relax down. Release the hands and start to slide those hands up to the shins. Come to a flat back and a half lift. Again, roll the shoulders back, tabletop back. Pull the belly button in. Exhale, release down. Push the feet into the mat and start to rise up to standing. We're going to meet in a mountain pose. So feet are hip distance apart. Toes are spreading down into the mat. Shoulders are rolling back, palms facing forward. And the crown of the head is lifting. So we're in this nice, tall, confident stance that we should be standing in every day. But we tend to round forward and sort of cave into ourselves and not feel so confident. So let's feel confident, especially during these holidays. Roll the shoulders back, lift the heart, close the eyes. Really feel into this confident stance. Knowing you can take this confidence with you wherever you go this holiday season, and just in your daily life, you can feel this good and stand this tall, especially when you lead with love like we're doing here today. Little bend to the knees, open the eyes, sweep the hands. Exhale, draw the hands down to heart center. Start bringing those hands forward like we're serving something forward in front of us. Inhale, take the hands out, lift the heart. Exhale, bring the right hand underneath the left. Give yourself a little self-hug, a little self-love. Drop the chin to the chest. Release the hands, a little bend to the knee again. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Hands serving forward. Big inhale, sweeping the hands out, and then bringing the opposite hand under. So left under right now, I believe. Chin to chest. Releasing the hands, again, a little bend. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Start bringing those hands behind you, clasping them behind your back. Roll shoulders back, really lift the heart here, gaze up. Now pull the belly button in towards the spine, protect the lower back. And let's invite a fold in here. So bending into the knees, start tipping torso forward, leading heart down, and drawing the hands up to wherever is comfortable. I know it's these tight little spots here, so just go to your spot that's challenging, yet you can breathe through it. And start releasing the hands back, down the thighs, and bringing the hands forward, inhaling up to that. Hands to shins, gaze forward, and release down. So much that we can plant the hands and start stepping the feet back. We're going to come into a high plank. Again, finding that inner power, that inner strength. We're going to land our shoulders right over our wrists. Our feet and our heels are planting back. Our hips aren't sinking and they're not really lifted. We're just in good alignment here. Gaze down. Hold the belly button in. Feel the inner strength stirring in you. And release the knees. Now we're going to stand back up on our knees. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale to goalpost arms. So we're going to bend the elbows, and it's kind of like we're like we're doing a little lat pull down here. We're pulling a bar behind us. So lifting the heart, bending the elbows, squeezing the back muscles. Inhale, rise. Let's do that one more time. Exhale, squeezing back muscles, lifting gaze. Inhale, lift the hands. And we're going to come into like a little modified camel pose. So bring the hands at the lower back, either fingers facing down, or if you can, fingers facing up. Squeeze the elbows back, lift the heart, lift the gaze. It's almost like you're pushing your hips up towards a flat wall. Now for some, they're able to release their head and neck all the way back, if that's safe for the neck. If not, keep the chin a little bit more tucked here to protect that neck. So wherever you go, the hips are leaning forward slightly like they're pressing up against the wall. The heart is lifting, elbows are coming back. Huge heart opener here. Now if the head and neck is back, start to tuck the chin in first and then rise back up. We're going to round all the way down to a child's pose. So if the feet are tucked under, undo that and just start coming down, hips towards heels, hands coming out, crown the head coming down. Exhale, release. Rising up from child's pose, let's round again into a cat. So rounding the back, pulling the belly button in, head and neck drop. Maybe a little swing. Tabletop, and then swinging the feet out and around us. I'm going to scooch up towards the top end of the mat. We're going to come down, and coming down with control, nice long back. Palms are facing forward, and then start to C-curve your way down until you're all the way down to the mat. Hands coming out to a T, coming to a supine twist. So drop the knees to the right, gaze towards the left hand. Great time to check in with the breath. If it's sped up, intentionally slow it down a little bit. Inhaling love and peace. Exhale, releasing. Drawing knees up, just come over to the other side. So knees come to the other side, switch the gaze as well. Drawing knees and gaze back to center. Hug the knees into the chest. Rock and roll back and forth. Massaging out lower back. Option to stay or option to lift into a happy baby, where we have our feet flexed up towards the ceiling. The knees are bent and we're grabbing for either like the calves, the ankles, insides, outsides of the feet. And the knees are kind of like rolling off to side. Much, just hug the knees into the chest. That's a great place to stay. And if you are there, again, you're thinking about that tailbone grounding down towards the mat. And release the feet. We're going to come into a little guided shavasana. So 2 options here, feet on the mat, knees bent, or you can have the legs out long and the feet splay out. Either way, the palms are at the sides and facing up. Go ahead and close over the eyes. I'm going to make my way closer to the camera. So you just stay laying down with your eyes closed. And in fact, let's change the hand position. Let's bring the hand position to the heart so we can really feel into that heart space. Let go of any control that you're holding over your breath. And breathe in your own natural rhythm. And maybe you can even feel the rhythm of the heartbeat. And as you move through the rest of these days of the holidays and rest of the days of this year, lead from the heart and lead from love. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. And let go of years past. Let go of old fears. Old hurts. Old ways of thinking. And old habits that we've created. Letting those go because they no longer serve our heart's purpose. And really connect with the heart. So see a little door at the heart space. And it's like you have the key to open this door. So see that key in your hand now. And see yourself going into that lock and unlocking it with the key. Turn the knob over and open the door to the heart. And let love out. Feel that flow of love coming in and out of the heart. The freedom. The joy. The newness. The excitement that this opening creates. And allowing yourself to live in the flow of the heart and live in the flow of love, because that is not only the flow of the universe, it's the flow of the divine God and Goddess within you. So live in that space. When you feel the walls starting to rise up and build as we come through these last few days of the year, just remind yourself to open the heart and live in love. And see if you can't let those walls come down just a little bit. Just to see how it feels. Just to give it an opportunity. Just for today. See how it is to live with your heart space open. And take a deep, intentional breath into that. Deep inhale. Exhale, let it go. Invite back movement. Wiggle fingers, wiggle toes. Open the eyes. You can roll off to the side body. And take your top hand, press it into the mat, and return to a seated position. And the hands can come to heart center. Thank you guys so much for joining me in this yoga practice today. Hi guys that all came to watch. I appreciate you. And I hope this did something for you today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Namaste. And again, check out that link if you're interested in more information about the 3-part healing journey, or jumpstart, I'm calling it. All right, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful holidays, and we will see you shortly. Thank you.